Did the LAPD have a hand in the shooting of Biggie Smalls? A question that has sparked a firestorm of controversy, and a story that has fueled conspiracy theories for decades. It's a tale that's as compelling as it is chilling, revolving around the untimely demise of Christopher Wallace, better known as the notorious Big A documentary, has emerged, boldly claiming that Suge Knight, co-founder of Death Row Records, orchestrated the hit, carried out by two rogue officers from the Los Angeles Police Department. If this sounds like a Hollywood thriller, you'd be right, but this isn't fiction, it's the real world, and we're about to dive into it. The night of March 9, 1997 was like any other in Los Angeles, until it wasn't. In our journey into the past, we find a star on the rise. Christopher Wallace, known to the world as Notorious Big or Biggie Smalls, was a beacon of talent in the hip-hop scene. From his humble beginnings in Brooklyn, New York, Biggie quickly rose to fame with his raw lyrical talent and captivating storytelling. But his rise was not without controversy. The hip-hop industry was marred by a bitter feud that split the scene into two. The East Coast, represented by Biggie, and the West Coast, led by the equally talented Tupac Shakur. This rivalry was more than just a lyrical battle. It was a war of words and egos that spanned across coasts and divided fans. In September 1996, the feud took a tragic turn. Tupac Shakur was gunned down in Las Vegas, an event that shook the music world to its core. The East Coast-West Coast feud was no longer just a war of words, but a deadly game where lives were at stake. Following Tupac's death, Biggie made a bold move. He relocated to Los Angeles, the heart of the West Coast scene, a decision that puzzled many. On the night of March 9, 1997, Biggie was celebrating the release of his second album, Life After Death, at a party in LA. The night was filled with music, laughter, and an air of celebration. But as the night wore on, tragedy struck. As Biggie left the party, he was fatally shot in a drive-by shooting, a chilling echo of Tupac's death just 6 months prior. In the blink of an eye, the music world lost another icon, but who was behind it? The LAPD had a hand in Biggie's death. This isn't a wild conspiracy theory, it's an assertion made in a documentary. Let's dive deeper into this seemingly outlandish claim. The central argument of this documentary is that Suge Knight, a prominent figure in the music industry, orchestrated the murder of Biggie Smalls, also known as Notorious Big, The Twist. The hit was allegedly carried out by two rogue officers from the Los Angeles Police Department. Now you might be asking, why would Suge Knight want Biggie dead? The documentary suggests a motive deeply intertwined with the East Coast-West Coast hip-hop rivalry of the 90s. Biggie, a prominent East Coast rapper, was seen as a direct competitor to Tupac Shakur, a West Coast rapper closely associated with Knight. The theory posits that Knight, in an act of retaliation after Tupac's death, ordered the hit on Biggie. The alleged involvement of the LAPD in this plot adds a chilling dimension to the story. The documentary presents evidence suggesting that these rogue officers were on Knight's payroll, a claim that, if true, would imply a deeply disturbing level of corruption within the department. But what about the official investigation into Biggie's death? Well, the documentary highlights several inconsistencies and oversights. Key evidence was allegedly ignored, potential leads were not followed, and the involvement of Knight and these rogue officers was never seriously considered. The documentary also explores the personal toll this conspiracy took on those involved in the investigation, like retired LAPD detective Russell Poole. His relentless pursuit of the truth, despite numerous challenges and setbacks, is a testament to his dedication. So, did the LAPD shoot Biggie Smalls? The evidence is compelling, the implications disturbing. What do you think?